Hey everyone, this is the Mega Construx, formerly Mega Bloks Collector Series Destiny Hive Horde attack set. The builds in this set are mostly for the background of scenes. You get a little bit of Cosmodrome, a little bit of ruins here, with some rebar sticking out, it's all bent and everything. And then this is a cedar, but it is really small. It's a very small, scaled down cedar. However, they did make it so you could open it up and put something inside of it. Actually, the opening door is over here, and you can fold up a figure and place it inside of there. So you can put one of the thrall inside of this. This is actually a pretty cool build. It's a shame that it has to be so small just to fit into the intended budget of the whole thing, but it's nicely shaped, and I like the neon greenish yellow color that's used there. It really looks like it's glowing. Yeah, just a nice looking thing, but really wants to be off in the background and to look kind of like forced perspective. The set includes 3 thrall of 2 types, so just the regular ones along the sides, and then in the center is a cursed one. They just changed up the color of the skull cap on it, if you will. These have a good amount of wash on them that makes them look nice and dirty, and they have some articulation. You see, I was able to get some different poses out of them, so that's a good thing, especially for the cursed one. That's a really good look. I think just makes it look more distinct. However, you are a little bit limited. These aren't fully articulated like some of the figures are, like the regular, like the Guardians, for example. You have 2 axes of movement in the shoulder, which is actually, has a good range of motion for each axis. This one goes a full 360. This one goes all the way across the body quite well. But then you have nothing for the elbows. So you're always locked at that almost 90-degree angle, a little bit more than 90-degree angle. And not able to rotate the hands. The hands are able to hold on to something the size of a bar. So you could get these to be hanging on to something at some point. Maybe even one of the parts of the cedar, the tail of the cedar, these could hang off, but you're not able to get a very good over-the-top scratching, direct hand-to-hand combat attack kind of pose out of these regular ones. The legs just have ball joints in them, and they go quite far forward and back, and you can bring them out and in a little bit, so not too much that you can do with those, but I feel like it's enough. You can definitely get these to look like they are quite mobile, like they're really moving, with that much movement in the shape of the legs. But good finishing on these. I really appreciate anytime they get a wash where it's appropriate. This goes all the way around all of the parts, and of course just a regular ball joint for the head, which is also useful. And let me just bring in the cursed ones just so you can see a little bit better. Take a look at it, like what's your problem, dude? The slight difference between them, again, it's just with the head. I think this could have been a little bit brighter. It gets darkened down quite a bit with the wash, and it's going to vary a little bit from one to the next. It is quite bright underneath there, but given that the whole thing was going to get an automated wash, I think it needed to be even brighter still. But all in all, these are pretty good looking. I just wish that there was a little bit more that you could do with the articulation to get the arms to be more in that kind of pose. I'm really kind of bending it right now, but to get it from coming down from above like that, scratching from the top, which you're just not able to get. And it's a really important pose, I think, for these. The Guardian comes with a stand, so you can just put one foot on that to make it stand up, make it look like it's kind of gliding through the air. This is not completely clear. It's a little bit smoky, has just a little bit of tint to it. This is another Warlock. They're just continuing with their Warlock love. This one has the Unfriendly Giant as the legendary rocket launcher there. It's just done in plain black with the Vanguard insignia on it. I could have used a little bit of dark blue in this, but it's fine. The actual thing is, from any kind of distance, it basically looks black. I believe this is trying to be Lunar Elegy, and the robes look like just a Tengu operant to me. Also, the Ghost Shell, which has some print on it, it's purple, and then it has the silver line or lines in it. I think that's just a rare also, just purple spine. Of course, you can imagine it to be whatever you want it to be, but the closest visual look to that is just the rare purple spine one. You can call it questing if you want, from year 3 or something. But yeah, I think it's just not all that memorable with any of this stuff here. It definitely stands out from the other characters that they've made so far. But I mean, this is like a Cormorant line style of helmet and things, and I don't know, it just feels a little behind the times, a little extra behind the times. And even looking at it as a year one thing, it's still kind of low in level. Out of everything included in the set, though, I'm personally most happy to get the first couple of official Mega Blocks, or Mega Constructs now, engrams. One of them's rare, one of them's uncommon. Talk about low level, uncommon, and green engram, come on. But these look so cool to me. So cool, very nicely textured, and you know, of course, I like all the transparent colored stuff. These have the ability to be attached to a studded base, and there's also a hole that goes through there, a smaller hole, which allows you to attach them to something the size of a bar. So, you know, there's some pieces that you can make that can actually help you to hold these in the hand of a figure. Unfortunately, they're too small, wrongly shaped to fit onto a ball joint. So you're not able to directly put this onto a character head. I mean, you can kind of balance it there. Maybe with the help of some glue, you can make that work. But you know, I'm just thinking of like Festival of the Lost that has just passed. If you want to do an engram mask, but I'm glad that they did these, and they did them very nicely. I'm looking forward to being able to get some purple ones and some yellow ones. So I'm happy with the engrams and the builds, even though the cedar is undersized. It does look good off in the background. The thrall look really good. I wish there was just a little bit more posability with them. And surprisingly in this set, I think that the least interesting thing, the most underwhelming thing, is actually kind of the star of the show for many folks. You know, it's the Guardian itself. I appreciate the colors, and you know, it's very different from other ones that they've done so far, but I feel like there's so much more memorable equipment that's yet to be offered up from this line that, you know, I think that this was a little bit of a missed opportunity. Let me know what you think about the set on the whole. What is your favorite feature of everything you've seen here? What is your least favorite feature of everything you've seen here? I look forward to your feedback. Other folks like to see that as well. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you again very soon.
I enjoy our time together, Guardian. Let's hope you come back in one piece.